This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewers' discretion is advised. There is a reason that blacks' movements are always sidetracked and end up going nowhere. When black people try to organize, the rules for invitation are lack. There are no rules. Anybody can join. And that's why blacks are always so easily to be infiltrated. We've been fighting this war against racism since our existence here in America. And for some reason or another, we'll get started and we'll end up going nowhere. You know, in the 60s, when blacks were trying to get equal rights and trying to prove that, hey, man, we can work just as hard, we can do the things that you can do, just give us a chance. Black people started protesting and white people wasn't having it. They sick dogs on them. Then you start coming up with guys that say, hey, man, forget that. Being nice. Start bringing in some riders. But the riders always end up being assassinated because someone infiltrated the group. And I have noticed that during these recent protests that we've been having here in America concerning blacks, I always see these three people when the protest starts to get kind of hot. That is Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and Lee Merritt. And when you think about it, these guys are supposed to be justice seekers. But when they come out, what justice has been done? In Ferguson, when Michael Brown was murdered by a police officer, people started protesting. And it kind of went on deaf ears. So the protests started to intensify. People started to, hey man, get kind of loud and vocal. Well, when that happened, in steps Al Sharpton. And I want to ask you, what justice has been done for Mike Brown? Al Sharpton came in and shut the movement down. And black people are still left seeking justice. When Stephon Clark was killed in California, you know, there was protests there, people started to get vocal, especially his brother. And then what happened? In comes Al Sharpton, killed the movement, and what justice was served for Stephon Clark? None. But people like Al Sharpton, they wait for another murder of a black person that is going to gain national attention so they can step in. In comes George Floyd. Was murdered. People became really upset about the murder of George Floyd because it was televised. Everyone just, hey man, it is real tough to watch. And when people became vocal, in steps Al Sharpton. And have you noticed that when the loved ones originally come out speaking, that they are angry and just mad at the police, and after they talk to Al Sharpton, how they are apologetic and they forgive the police and they just want justice for their son? Stop listening to these people like Al Sharpton. And hey man, keep your fire. If you're angry, hey man, let these people know that you are angry about it. And hey man, heads just may roll. Because when you mess with somebody white, heads are going to roll. But when a black person is harmed, there are no consequences, and there needs to be consequences. That's the only way this is changed, because there are no consequences for the cops that kill black people. Most of them don't even do no time. They get a GoFundMe account, they get a identity change and go get money and just live their life out. Black people don't have that luxury here. And this system, the whole system needs to be dismantled. You have people like Giuliani talking about, hey man, that we're trying to dismantle this system. It is going to be dismantled because it is corrupt. It is not inclusive of all people. It is only for white people and white people only. Really for white men. Because, hey, I know how white men treat their white women. It is documented. I said it before and I have to say it again. All we are doing is waiting for some other black person to be unjustly killed so we can go out in the streets and scream and holler, and then someone to come and tell us, oh, we're going to try to do something and nothing is done. And all we're doing is prolonging the death of another innocent black person at the hands of a racist white person. These cops are so racist, they would rather quit than to stop killing black people. And that just means something. Hey, we really don't need these racist white cops because what crimes do they prevent? They create crimes. I know we have a few knucklehead black cops on the force, but for the most part, black police officers are more professional. They know that they are black, and if they make any mistakes, they will be thrown under the bus. So they know this. So they're going to make sure they do everything by the law. And I have yet to hear one black police officer cry about he was in fear of his life. It's only the white officer and these little bitty wimpy police officers that you hire. Stop hiring wimps. Stop hiring little white boys who cannot handle themselves on the streets. And the rest of you cronies. If you cannot go out and seek real justice for black people, I mean, come out and say, hey man, these killings got to stop. This abuse of black people got to stop. I'm not going to sit back and just tell my people to be cool and be quiet while, hey man, you are killing us. I mean, these young people that started to protest when they were on the right road. But it seems as if they always get detracted, distracted, derailed. The movement always dies. And it's because of one reason. Because, hey, man, back during the 60s and the 70s, it was not the older people that were out there protesting that they said they was tired of this. It was the young people. It is always the young people. But as usual, it is always an old coon who's going to come in that's working for the establishment, for the man, that's going to tell you, hey, man, why don't do this? Don't destroy the whole city. Why everybody got to suffer? Everybody didn't do nothing for this. But hey, all black people are suffering. So hey man, we got to suffer. Some people got to suffer too. If you don't want to suffer, just stop abusing and killing black people. Other than that, hey man, some people got to suffer like we got to suffer. Now, if you people are saying that I am promoting hate, you're probably right. Because I hate the treatment that my people are getting, have been getting since our existence in this trouble. Yeah, I hate it. And I'm mad about it. And I'm ready to do about anything to stop it. Have stiffer requirements for joining your groups. Stop letting other people attach themselves to your group. Stop letting people stray you away from your agenda. Whatever your agenda is, you stick to it. Don't let no old person, no preachers, or nobody come in and take you from your mission. You know, I would like to send positive vibes to the people that really want justice on this earth for all people. Keep marching and don't stop until victory is achieved. Because you have to remember this one thing, is that the race is not given to the swiftest or the fastest, but to the one that endureth to the end.